Holmes, you simply have to face up to it. You need to have a serious discussion with Kate about her origins.
I can't.
No more excuses. She will learn soon enough that Alice is leaving. This other hidden secret. She will not forgive you.
She does not need to know why.
No? So she will blame you for Alice's departure. Is that what you want?
No, I certainly... It's as Kate said, I always do the wrong thing where she's concerned.
Now look here. I'll take care of your case once we're back at Baker Street.
Cabby, why have we stopped?
The road to the square is blocked, sir.
Why?
There's been a bad road accident.
Oh, splendid.
We'd better hurry. There may be injured who need help.
Welcome to case number 4. This one is called Chain Reaction, and this is another original story. Now, this first part, there is a lot to do and we are timed, so I best crack on.
His pupils are constricted, but they are moving. He is still alive. He has stopped breathing. There's no heartbeat. I must act quickly to save him. Thank goodness. This man will live. Holmes, don't just stand there. Do something.
Please move to a safer area, sir.
Over here! I would have died if not for you.
As you can see in the top left, there are 10 people we need to save. And even though we don't have to do them in a specific order, some of these are going to die quicker than others. So realistically, we need to save some people, well, before the rest. Like this man here, who's in the burning building.
Please, help!
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Right, this guy is in a burning carriage. Well, he's still moving about, so he's alright for another minute or two.
Please, help!
Right, now it's time for Watson to shine.
Please, help!
I see no visible injuries. Perhaps I could use ammonia.
Oh, my head.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
Help! Oh, thank you for saving me.
I'm pressing left and it keeps swinging to the right. Yeah, it's pretty generous for the time, but still, it does highlight you have to do this in, well, thanks for your help.
I need help!
I guess you have to sort of judge it for yourself. I think he is okay to last.
Please help me. My leg.
My name is Dr. Watson. Let me examine you.
It hurts!
There's some extreme bruising. No bones appear to be broken. I think that an improvised bandage will do for now. One moment, and I'll fetch what I need. Now, let me apply the bandage.
Surely you just mean a splint.
Thank you, Doctor.
Last and, I'd say not least, but...
Thank you, Doctor. Oh, my shoulder.
I'm a doctor. Will you allow me to look at your shoulder?
Oh, this looks nasty. I've had a dislocated shoulder before and it's pretty painful. So I believe you have to get these lights to the lowest point. It can be quite deceiving.
Thank you for your help.
Holmes, it appears the police have arrested someone. Perhaps it is the person responsible for this disaster.
Let me go. You're talking nonsense.
Insulting a police constable, eh? That's quite enough.
What's happening here, Constable?
Mr. Holmes, this gentleman here is the fellow who built the scaffolding which collapsed and caused this accident.
That ain't true. How were you hurt? This hammer hit me on the leg. How? It flew out from the scaffolding I put up. When the damn thing collapsed, the hammer flew out and cost me leg.
You were standing over there at the time.
Oh, aye. Yeah, that's right.
So it would not have been possible for him to bring the scaffolding down, Constable?
Perhaps it was poorly constructed.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And what made it fall? Perhaps it was you, waving around that rotten stick of yours.
You'll wind up getting a taste of it if you carry on like this.
One moment, Constable. The scaffolding here has been entirely dislodged. It is unlikely that this disaster could have been the fault of this gentleman. Allow me to inspect the area, and if you could possibly be of use, close off the surrounding section. Do not grant anyone access, nor allow them to leave. Is that quite clear?
Absolutely, Mr. Holmes.
This accident is a little unusual. I need to concentrate on the details. I must include all the participants in the accident sequence.
We're not done yet. This scene is heavily involved. As you can see, we need to find 13 elements. Thankfully though, this part is not timed.
My poor leg.
The rope holding the bunting was torn apart. A large section of it is now missing. This cab hit the scaffold and caused it to fall. A common phaeton. An uncommon location. A dead driver. Another victim of the explosion. Celebratory bunting. This horse was blinded by the flag, causing it to bolt into the window. The overturned lamps may well have caused the fire and explosion. This cab was set on fire by the explosion at the lamp shop. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
This jaunting car would be capable of travelling at great speed. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No, you can't. Go away.
What did he call me?
Celebratory bunting. Those wardrobes fell like dominoes. Good day to you, sir. Would you mind answering some questions? I'm investigating this accident. Are you the driver of this cart?
Yeah, I was transporting vegetables from my farm to the London market.
What can you tell me about the accident?
I don't know. There was a collision, I felt the ground, I come over all dizzy.
What did you collide with?
That contraption up in front of me. He stopped all of a sudden and I tried to avoid him, but I wasn't quick enough.
Do you have any idea what might have caused this cab to stop so sharply?
No idea.
The pumpkins fell here after the sprung cart collided. The old gas lamps in this square have been upgraded to electricity. A puddle of water and electricity. A deadly combination. I won't be able to release it with my bare hands. That's it. This technical cab was involved in this tragic accident.
This is an absolute disaster.
This carriage was struck by the scaffold when it fell. Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
This mechanism played a part in the accident, I'm sure of it.
Right, so we have 5 components, I believe.
That's it. The axe was catapulted by the scaffold, and it landed here.
Mr. Holmes?
Right, so we have to set this up now.
I believe I've enough information about this accident. Now let's recreate the sequence of events.
So we were told that it started with this carriage. This looks like the pumpkin cart, which caused this chain reaction here. Well, it's all a chain reaction, I guess. Then it was this. Nice. There we go.
That's it. The technical cab's sudden halt caused this disaster, but the lamppost fell down afterwards. So why did the cab stop? There's a metal strapping. This crank has been turned. An old sprung cart, which has seen better days. A tattoo. I suspect it's from a gang. This man was killed by electricity, as shown by the distinct mark on his hand. This man was armed with a revolver. Webley, I suspect. This cab was painted recently. There is some text underneath the paint here. Could be important. I'll need to find a way to remove this fresh paint.
Sticky licorice.
Rasco. Yes, I know him. He's a small-time local criminal. A pneumatic hammer. Mud. Oof. Smells bad. Some kind of solvent. A piece of fabric drenched in solvent. Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
Oh dear.
There is some electrical wiring here beneath the manhole.
So this definitely was set up. What the hell is that? Is someone hiding a cow in his room? Here we go. So this makes lockpicking slightly easier. And for this one we need the 3/4. And I believe we can do this twice.
I've not seen such a device before.
So we have to activate these two. What would you call these? Well, no, they are spools of copper wire from the looks of things, but I'm sure they actually have a proper name. But anyway, we have to activate each one, and we do that by fiddling with these switches. But the correct and quickest way is to activate them all, and then deactivate number 2 and number 4.
The electrical charge which affected the technical cab came from here. I can see the technical cab very well from here.
Holmes, I was looking for you. I have an idea about the accident.
Never mind. This one is murder.
What?
What?
You? You're the murderer,
You're
eh?
off your head.
Are you sure, Holmes?
Oh yes, a murder and an accident, because the killer, by electrocuting the cab, created this chaos. And so this multiple crash is now our great chance.
Our great chance? Of what, Holmes?
The culprit could not have planned for this to happen, don't you see? And it is possible that he is still here due to the prompt arrival of the police. Now I see 5 men who could be our murderer. Let us take a look at the map.
I thought that we were going to look at the map, although the map is quite empty right now. So we have seen and spoken to 5 people. Well, I know I am going to be wrong, but the obvious person so far seems to be him. But as we all know, it's not always the obvious person right from the start. Well, it can be sometimes, I guess. Anyway, let's go to the map. So we have, let's start from the top. This gentleman here. He did attempt to leave the scene. He is very aggressive. He's not exactly helping the wounded, he's just standing back. And this man was a driver. The driver of the carriage which caused the actual start of the accident. Well, the drivers who were electrocuted, I don't think they were entirely innocent. But the driver here, I don't think he's a suspect. And the same goes for this driver as well. He's in shell shock. I'm not sure if he's a suspect. He could be acting. But we'll label him as a suspect for now. And I do believe that this builder here is not really a suspect, but who knows? He probably has the know-how to build an electrical device. Yes, and he could have taken up this role for a reason. I'm sure we will clear this up.
That's it.
Okay, I believe we're done with this section for now. The only thing we have to do now is speak to the constable again.
Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
I understand, Watson.
But don't forget our earlier discussion. About Kate.
Okay, so we have a lot to do still. I guess we're going to Scotland Yard now.